we are back. Thanks for clicking on the link. Welcome to Good Energy. Enjoy the content, and everyone have a blessed day. And we are back. Welcome guys. Welcome to Good Energy, and today we have a treat for you guys. Today we will not only be looking at the BNP Paribas Open semifinals with a prediction. That's right, I will be predicting who will win this thing, but we also have a WTA fantasy matchup. That's right, we have 20 ladies featured here, and this is not only about tennis, but this is about beauty. That's right, 20 of the most beautiful ladies enrolled at the BNP Paribas Open for 2022. We have a fantasy matchup, and only one lady can win. That's right, everyone's O, except for one, must go. And don't forget to stay tuned for the official BNP 2022 preview and prediction video. But nonetheless, we start this fantasy matchup off with a wild card. Katie Boulter from Great Britain, ranked 127th in the world, 9-4 on the year. She would take on Katerina Siniakova, the top ranked doubles player in the world, snagging 2 doubles titles already this year to add to her 15 in her collection. But nonetheless, this is a singles matchup. The world's ranked 55th player in the world from the Czech Republic, Siniakova. This matchup would go 2 tight sets, both of them going to a tie break. Siniakova almost losing her cool as she normally does, but she would be as cool as the other side of the pillow. Just enough composure to take out Katie Boulter in this one, and Siniakova would advance to the next round where she will face Paula Badosa, the number 1 seed and the defending champion. Get your popcorn, that's going to be a good one. With a total of 4 qualifier matchups, this here would be another wild card thriller. Qiang Wang from China, age 30, standing at 5'8", 7-5 on the year, 2 singles titles on her career with a world high ranking of number 12, playing the defensive specialist Marie Buskova from the Czech Republic, age 23, standing at a height of 5'11", 10-4 on the year, has yet to win a singles title. Can she get it done here in this WTA matchup? This is a set here that the first set would go to a tie break. Qiang Wang would edge out the first set. Marie Buskova would show her amazing defensive skills to win the second set 6-4. We would go to a third set where Qiang Wang would be unfazed. She would take the third set 6-3, serving first, breaking Marie Buskova in the second game, and she would hold on, defeating Marie Buskova. Qiang Wang would now face the number 3 seed Emma Raducanu in the second round. Stay tuned, get your popcorn. Qiang Wang versus Emma Raducanu. That's going to be fireworks. As we head to the other side of the bracket with a chance to face the number 2 seed Anett Kontaveit. Magdi Linette, world's ranked 62nd player in the world, age 30, standing at 5'7", 2 singles titles on her career, with her last one coming in New York City 125k level event where she took out Camila Giorgi. 3-5 on the year. She is facing the wild card in this qualifying matchup, Kasia Juvan, the world's ranked 85th player in the world, 9-5 on the year, having a really good year so far. 0 single titles, but nonetheless, this matchup, Magdi Linette would just show her athleticism and her somewhat seniority in this matchup, experience was the key. Magdi Linette would take out Kerja Juvan in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4. Magdi Linette will advance to face Anett Kontaveit. That will be an exciting matchup. And the last qualifying matchup with the chance to face the 2017 U.S. Open champion Sloane Stephens, and this could potentially be a matchup of both former U.S. Open winners Angelique Kerber, and potentially a chance to face Sloane Stephens. But the reality here is Camila Osorio, a very, very great ITF career, former junior #1 rank. This woman, Osorio, has over 15 ITF titles between singles and doubles, and she is a handful, standing at 5'4", age 20, from Colombia. She plays right-handed with a great coach, Ricardo Sanchez. 6-3 on the year, 1 single titles on her career, playing against a veteran. The current world's ranked 16th in the world, former #1 rank in the world, 2-time slam winner, having a rough year so far, Angelique Kerber. This match here would go 2 sets. Angelique Kerber proved to be way too much for Camila Osorio. Angelique Kerber would win the first set 6-2. Osorio would make it a match in the second set, bringing it to a total of 12 games, but Angelique would rout her 7-5, and she will advance to face Sloane Stephens in the next round. As we head to the second round with a chance to make it to the quarterfinals, Sinakova would take on the #1 seed Paula Badosa. Paula Badosa would prove to be way too much for Sinakova. Sinakova attempted to use her doubles experience, forcing Paula Badosa on the move towards the net. Her volleys were just off today. Paula Badosa proved to be too strong with her serve and backhand cross-court winners. Paula Badosa will win this match in straight sets, 6-2, 6-2. Paula Badosa would advance to the quarterfinals. Paula Badosa sitting comfortably in the quarterfinals, and with a chance and opportunity to play her, Marie Sakkari would have to get through a very in-form Naomi Osaka. After her long layoff, she came back into this matchup looking really, really great and fit and in form with her great serve, powerful backhand, powerful forehand, and her amazing tennis IQ on the court. Marie Sakkari having a really good year, 11-4 on the year, finally getting her lone singles title last year, taking on 4-time slam winner Naomi Osaka. Naomi Osaka would prove to be way too much for Marie Sakkari. Naomi would win this matchup in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4. Marie tried to keep it close in the second set, but Naomi's power was just too much. Marie Sakkari had a total of 26 unforced errors. Naomi served out 13 aces, and that was enough for her to advance to face Paula Badosa in the quarterfinals. Wang's qualifying matchup win against Marie Bouzkova would get her into the next round, facing Asa Tomljanovic. Tomljanovic, age 28, 5'11", one of the taller players on tour, ranked 39th in the world, 4-6 on the year, and this was a matchup where Wang just frustrated Asa Tomljanovic all day with her variety and changeup. Wang is known to come at you with slices, forehands, backhands. Wang's forehand is her weakest shot out of her game. However, it was enough with Asa Tomljanovic committing 29 unforced errors. That would be too much to Wang's variety and consistent play, keeping the ball in play, making only 5 errors on the day. Wang would win this matchup in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. Asa Tomljanovic eliminated. Who would Qiang Wang face in the next round? Would it be the teen phenom Emma Raducanu, the world's ranked 13th player in the world, 19 years old, 5'7", 1 singles title on her career, being probably the most historic of them all, winning the U.S. Open on a complete hot streak, Facing the 27th ranked player in the world, Sriantech Sriantech from Romania, age 31, 5'9", 2 singles titles on her career, 9-6 on the year. This is a matchup that will go 3 sets, and Martrick would have to call for the physio, leaving in the first set and the third set, and Martrick would drop the first set. Sriantech would take that 7-5 the second set after coming back from the physio, and Martrick would be wrapped up on her inner thigh. She would take the second set 6-4. The third set would go to a tie break, and Martrick running out of gas, begging for fluids, calling for the physio. This was a match where we thought she would bow out due to injury, but no, Martrick would pull it off and advance to the quarterfinals to face Qiang Wang. Magdi Linette, after her thrilling win over Kaja Juvan, would have the luxury of facing number 2 seed Anett Kontaveit in this WTA fantasy matchup. Anett Kontaveit, 26 years old, 5'9", from Estonia, with one of the great coaches on tour, Dmitry Tursunov, who has just taught Kontaveit to be patient and trust the game plan. Winning 1 single title this year, 13-3 on the year, 6 singles titles on her career, 370 wins. This matchup would be very short and straight to the point. Anett Kontaveit would take out Linette 6-2 in the first set and rout her easily in the second set 6-1. Anett Kontaveit advances to the quarterfinals. Get your popcorn, ladies. We are in for a 3-setter in this fantasy beauty matchup. This was a very, very tight game. Yulia Putintseva, that's right, from Moscow, Russia, age 27, 5'4", very beautiful. The world's ranked 47 player on tour, 2 singles titles, only 2-3 on her year. She would take on, from Kazan, Russia, Veronica Kunamatova, the world's ranked 24th in the world, 1 single title on her career, 8-5 so far, 24 years old, 5'8". This matchup would go the distance. The first set, 7-6 tiebreak. Kunamatova would edge out Putintseva 7-4 in the tiebreak. The second set would also go to a tiebreak. Putintseva would edge out Kunamatova 7-3 in the tiebreak. In the third set, the deciding set would also go to a tiebreak. Who would win to face Anett Kontaveit in the quarterfinals? Veronica Kunamatova would edge out Putintseva in the tiebreak. Third tiebreak, 7-1. Yes, it was all Kunamatova. She will advance to face Anett Kontaveit in the quarterfinals. Angelique making it out of the qualifying round to face Iga Swiatek, the number 6 seed. Both of these ladies have captured a Grand Slam title in previous years. Who would win this matchup? Iga just playing so dominant lately, looking so good with her forehand, backhand, and her ground strokes. However, the experience and expertise of Angelique Kerber did redirections to change up, keeping Iga Swiatek guessing. This matchup would go 3 sets. The third set went to a tiebreak, but the veteran would squeak out a win over Iga Swiatek and send her home packing. Angelique Kerber into the quarterfinals, defeats Iga Swiatek in a third set tiebreak, 7-5. Unbelievable. Who would Angelique Kerber face in the quarterfinals? This matchup, get your popcorn. This next round matchup for a chance to go to the quarterfinals would be fireworks. In the words of Tupac Shakur, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. Sloane Stephens, unbelievable. What a beautiful woman. All of that melanin in one Bing should be illegal. The most expensive substance in the world, melanin, that's right. Higher than the gas prices in California. Unbelievable. This matchup would go to a tie break. Sloane Stephens, the former 2017 U.S. Open champion, facing Heather Watson. 4 single titles under her belt, 4 doubles titles under her belt, facing the former world's rank number 4 Sloane Stephens. Who would win this matchup? It went to a tiebreak 3 sets. Sloane Stephens stole the first set 7-5. Heather Watson would win the second set 6-3. The third set went to a tiebreak. Heather Watson would squeak it out 8-6. Unbelievable. Sloane Stephens is sent home packing. Heather Watson advances to the quarterfinals in the WTA Fantasy Beauty Championship matchup. As we head to the other side of the draw in this Fantasy WTA Beauty matchup, Paula Badosa, the number 1 seed, would take on the number 9 seed Naomi Osaka for a chance to the semifinals. A healthy, in form Naomi Osaka, this would not be no match. Paula Badosa, as great as she is, cannot compete with a beauty number 1 former tennis player grazing the cover of the Sports Illustrated magazine. This is no competition. Oh my, look at the beautiful bathing suit images of that beautiful Queen Naomi Osaka, former number 1 in the world, 4-time slam winner. However, this would be a walkover win for Paula Badosa. Naomi Osaka citing a leg injury, an upper thigh contusion. She was unable to play this matchup, and Paula Badosa advances to the semifinals. And for a chance to go to the semifinals, Emma Raducanu versus Qiang Wang. Emma Raducanu, the teen phenom, one of the most exciting players and popular players in the sport right now, facing the former world's ranked number 12 Qiang Wang. This matchup here would be a grueling first set where Emma Raducanu would steal the first set 7-5, just forcing her backhand angles on Qiang Wang's defensive play. It would just be too much for Wang to handle. This match would go to a second set where Emma Raducanu got out early and dominated the second set, and it looked like she was just going to run away with this matchup. However, Emma Raducanu would retire late in the second set, up 4-2. Emma Raducanu would retire with an ankle injury, twisting her ankle on a backhand rally. Unbelievable. Emma Raducanu has to retire. Qiang Wang, the beautiful Qiang Wang, will advance to the semifinals to face Paula Badosa. And with 2 more matches left to determine the complete semifinal round, the number 2 seed Anett Kontaveit will be taking on Russia's Veronica Kunamatova. Kunamatova has not had success against Anett Kontaveit head-to-head. Anett Kontaveit has owned Kunamatova, but not so fast. This WTA Fantasy Beauty matchup would go 3 sets. Veronica Kunamatova dropped the first set 6-1. This looked like this was going to be another blowout for Anett Kontaveit, but Veronica Kunamatova would win the second set on a tiebreak 7-5. The third set would go to another tiebreak. Anett Kontaveit got out in the tiebreak up 4-love. But then Veronica Kunamatova would run off 3 straight games, 4-3. Anett Kontaveit went up 5-3. Then Anett Kontaveit would get match point. Anett Kontaveit blows the double fault chance to close it out. It's now 6-4. Veronica Kunamatova would win the next 4 points. 8-6. Veronica Kunamatova advances to the semifinals. Who will she face? With 1 more match left to determine the semifinals, Heather Watson, 4 doubles championships, 4 singles championships, facing the 2-time slam winner Angelique Kerber. When you walk the grounds of the historic US Open and glance up and see all the championship banners, Angelique Kerber is there. This matchup here, this would be a very tight matchup. Heather Watson steals the first set 6-4. unbelievable, the amazingly beautiful Heather Watson. Angelique Kerber would come roaring back as she does. She normally wins second sets. Angelique Kerber would take the second set 6-4 as we head to a third set. Heather Watson won the first game. She broke Angelique Kerber. She won the second game. Heather Watson held serve. She is up 3-love in the third set. But Heather Watson in the fourth game twists her ankle trying to rally against a backhand slice. Unbelievable. Heather Watson calls for the physio. She tests her ankle. She cannot continue. Angelique Kerber advances to the semifinals off of an injury. The 34-year-old veteran has done it. The semifinals is set. She will face Veronica Kunamatova, and on the other half of the bracket, Paula Badosa versus Qiang Wang. Let's get down to it. We started with 20 ladies in this BNP Paribas mock fantasy beauty matchup. And the reality here is we are down to 4 ladies. The first half of the semifinal featured the number 1 seed Paula Badosa and the qualifier Qiang Wang. This is a matchup that would go 3 sets. Qiang Wang would win the first set 7-5. Paula Badosa won the second set 6-1 in the third set. The break would happen late in the third set. Who would it be, Paula Badosa or Qiang Wang? Paula Badosa would get the victory 6-4. Paula Badosa, the defending champion, advances to the BNP Paribas Open Beauty Fantasy Championship. Who will she face? Will it be Veronica Kunamatova or Angelique Kerber? Veronica Kunamatova came out in this semifinal matchup against Angelique Kerber with guns blazing. Veronica Kunamatova put the pressure on Kerber all match long. Angelique Kerber, as pictured above, just having to go low to hit these dominating, heat-seeking missiles from Veronica Kunamatova on the backline, cross court, serving unbelievable. One of the best servers on tour, Veronica Kunamatova. No one talks about this, okay? Veronica Kunamatova would have 7 aces in the first set. Kunamatova takes the first set 6-3. The second set will be more of the same. Veronica Kunamatova did not come here to play around, dishing out 4 more aces. Angelique Kerber with 13 double faults just could not get any rhythm. Angelique Kerber would lose the second set 6-2. Veronica Kunamatova was all over the place. Veronica Kunamatova advances to this WTA Fantasy Beauty Finals to face Paula Badosa. And who would win this matchup? And who would capture this WTA Fantasy BNP Paribas Open Beauty Championship? Would it be Paula Badosa, the number 1 seed and defending champion, or would it be Veronica Kunamatova, the number 10th seed? This match here, the first set was a heavyweight blow for blow. Veronica Kunamatova, the crafty lefty who also uses her righty, the cat pose. She's able to bounce off her tippy toes, would take the first set 7-5. Such a beautiful woman she is, and so athletic. Paula Badosa, the great clay player, great hardcore player. Heat-seeking missiles and bombs. Her ground strokes will keep you on the defensive. You cannot transition from offense to defense with Paula Badosa on the court. Paula Badosa would steal the second set in impressive fashion, 6-2. That would bring us to a tie-break third set. That's right, the third set would go to a tie-break. Only one lady could win this WTA Fantasy Beauty BNP Paribas Fantasy matchup. Only one lady could do it. Would it be the number 1 seed and defending champion Paula Badosa? Paula Badosa would jump out to a 4-love lead in the tie-break third set. 4-love. Veronica Kunamatova, this thing is all but over. Veronica Kunamatova would then win the 5th point, the 6th point, the 7th point, the 8th point, and the 9th point. Now she's leading 5-4 in the tiebreak, but then Paula Badosa comes back and ties it up at 5. Veronica Kunamatova would then apply the pressure and go up 6-5. The 10th seed, can she do it? Paula Badosa would tie it up at 6. Then Paula Badosa would get the match point 7-6. Kunamatova would tie it up at 7. Then Kunamatova would take the lead 8-7. Kunamatova would close it out, the WTA Fantasy Champion of the BNP Paribas Beauty Open. Veronica Kunamatova, the most beautiful woman in this tournament, would win it. She would defeat the reigning and former defending champion Paula Badosa, the new champion Veronica Kunamatova. Yes, she did it. And she did it, guys. Thanks for tuning in thus far. My most beautiful woman of this tournament, Veronica Kunamatova. And this was a fantasy matchup, not just about talent and skill, but about athleticism, pose, fit, form, body, face, all that good stuff. And I think Veronica Kunamatova is a great athlete, very beautiful athlete. I love the pose, and all of these ladies are beautiful. Every single lady that attended this tournament, all the ladies on tour, they're all beautiful. This is not to take anything away from any woman. This is just a fantasy matchup. It's fun, it's entertaining. I think any of these ladies that play professionally, they're all talented, they're all amazing, and they're all beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in their own right. But nonetheless, guys, thanks for tuning in this far. Let's get down to the BNP Paribas Open semifinal preview and prediction video. Please like, subscribe, comment below, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Alright, so for the semifinals preview and prediction, I'm going to start with Halep's match against Martrick. Now, this is a matchup here I called Halep to win pretty easy, and the reason is Martrick, she's had a good run, but Martrick makes a lot of mistakes. I mean, she's playing the smarter players. I mean, if you look at Martrick's run up to the quarterfinals, it was really an easy run. She really didn't have any tough competition. I mean, Emma Raducanu, let's be honest, outside of her lucky run at the US Open, that's a match anyone will pick Martrick to win 10 times out of 10. So the luck is over for Emma Raducanu, but nonetheless, Martrick makes a lot of mistakes. And for a veteran player like Simona Halep, she can easily exploit this. And Simona Halep doesn't have a great serve, but she's experienced. And what she's going to do is she's going to dominate the first serve percentage like she did here. 75% versus 68%. First serve points won, she won 82% of them versus Martrick's 36%. That's not going to get it done. So Halep dominated the service game, and the reality is Martrick she was back to her old self, playing against a stronger competition. Very easy match. I wouldn't be too impressed by that win, Halep over Martrick. It's a win that anyone that knows tennis would expect Halep to win. Now, this next matchup I was very, very impressed with. I was very impressed with what Igor Sriantech did with Madison Keys. Igor, again, doesn't have a strong serve, much like the Halep match, but Madison Keys, her serve was MIA. And with Madison Keys, if her serve is not on, it's going to be a tough match. But nonetheless, Madison Keys still dominated the first serve, 61% to 55% on Igor. In terms of the first serve points won, though, Igor won 84% of those points. Madison Keys 40%. That was the big difference. Madison Keys, her serve was just not on. Igor just had the placement. She had the proper placement, and that's what she's been working on. And you're seeing, like I always say, if you watch this channel, the top servers in the game, they also make the most double faults. So the reality is, if their serve is not on, they're either getting easy points off their serve, or they're giving away points, because if their serve is not on, that means they're either double faulting a lot or their opponent's being blessed with second serve opportunities to score easy points or control the service game of that serving player that has a strong serve, much like a Jasmine Poliani upset over Sabalenka, much like a Sakkari upset over Kvitova. That's what's going to happen with these strong servers if their game is not on. While you have players like Simona, Halep, and Igor Sriantech who don't have strong serves, but they focus on serve placement to set up the offense and start these rallies in positions and start the rallies in places where they need to be, so they can essentially set up their shots and they're in a better position of winning these points. And that's what we're seeing now in the game more and more. But the Madison Keys win is very impressive to me with Igor Sriantech, because Madison Keys was playing very well and Igor showed her defense and her offense in this win. This was a very impressive win. Now, this is another matchup I was very impressed with, Marie Sakkari's play. She out-aced Rybakina, 6 aces to 4. And the reality here is she limited her double faults, which is really good. She only had 4, Rybakina had 3. Sloppy game though, nonetheless. First serve 54% for Sakkari, 50% for Rybakina. And the reality here is Rybakina won the first serve points. And the difference here was the second serve. So Rybakina's aces was off. 4 aces for her in a semifinal matchup. It's just, in a quarterfinal matchup, is just not going to get it done for her. 4 aces, she's not going to advance. Again, she's an ace player. She's a first serve player. And Marie Sakkari dominated her on the return points. And the return service game was really the difference in this matchup, 53% to 40%. Nonetheless, I do think it was a sloppy game. It's a good win for Sakkari. However, if she's gonna start winning championships and majors, she has to beat Rybakina a little easier than this. I'm not taking anything away from Elena Rybakina, but the reality here is this is a matchup where if Paula Badosa played Rybakina or even an Iga, I think they would probably beat her a little bit more easier, considering her serve was off, but nonetheless, Sakkari advances. Now, this was a matchup I was very, very impressed with. What Paula Badosa did to Veronica Kunamatova was much like what we saw Iga do to Madison Keys. Veronica Kunamatova has been playing arguably the best tennis in this tournament. The player she had to beat to get to this quarterfinal round, very, very impressive what she did to Naomi Osaka. Now, she showed multiple levels to her game. With Osaka, she played very, very aggressive. When she played Vondrousova, or even a great defensive specialist like Bouzkova, you saw her switch it up and be a little more defensive. When she played Vondrousova, she was very defensive. She was not in attack mode, but she was holding her serve, and on defense she was playing very, very smart and calm. And what Paula Badosa did today was simply impressive. Paula Badosa dominated all of the stats, you name it. I'm not gonna cover it because the reality is Paula Badosa dominated everything. Very impressive win for Paula Badosa. Listen, without further ado, let's get right into it. Preview and prediction for the semifinals. Who is going to advance and who is going to win it all? Listen, Simona Halep versus Igor Sriantech. Simona does own the head-to-head 2-1, and the reality is the last time they played was at the Australian Open of 2021. Very important major. It went 3 sets. Simona did win the third set 6-4. She closed her out. Before that, Iga beat her at Roland Garros, and I'm surprised to see that in 19 Halep did beat Sriantech at Roland Garros, because Iga's a really good clay player. But the reality here is this matchup, I don't think it's going to go how it went last time when they played, when Halep beat Iga at the Australian Open in 2021. This is a matchup where I think Iga is going to win, and I think she's going to win fairly impressive. Iga's playing very, very good tennis. It took a few sets early on. She went a couple 3-setters to get her feet under her belt. Right now she's playing good tennis. Her timing is there. Now Iga does not have the strongest serve, much like Simona Halep, but both ladies are placing their serves where they need to be to set up their points, and I think both ladies are doing a good job of it. However, I think Iga's doing it a little bit better. I think Iga's also had the tougher competition up until this point. Madison Keys, what she did to Madison Keys is impressive. Now factor in someone like Halep, who doesn't have as strong of a serve as Madison Keys. I think Iga's going to win this matchup, and most likely in straight sets, but my lock of the day is to take Igor Sriantech on the money line, just under 2-1 odds. It's where it should be. Iga's going to win this matchup. Halep is playing good, but she did struggle a little bit against Corey Golf, and Sersu and Martrick. Those are much easier players. Iga is going to put a lot of pressure on Halep's backhand, and if Halep cannot hit her backhand, she's just not going to beat you. And I think the pressure Iga's going to put on Halep's going to be too much. Igor Sriantech beats Simona Halep. That's a lock. Now this matchup here, to be honest with you, this matchup's a little tougher to call because both of these ladies can come out flat, and that can really set the tone. The head-to-head it's 1-0. Paula Badosa we saw in the WTA finals, which I covered extensively. If you watch the channel, that's a matchup I had Badosa winning at the time because she was just playing much better tennis. But it did go over. It went 23 games. I would definitely take this matchup to go over as a much better pick on winning a winner, because it really depends on how well Sakkari is serving. If Sakkari comes out strong and tough, then she could potentially intimidate Badosa a little bit. Badosa can be intimidated, and if she starts off slow, her confidence can really get to her. This is a matchup I like the over, but I'm going to make it easy for you guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, take Igor Sriantech to win the tournament at plus 120. Igor Sriantech is going to beat Halep, and Igor Sriantech beats either one of these ladies. It's as simple as that. Iga's game right now, it's too good. Sakkari nor Badosa can handle what Sriantech is throwing out there on the court right now. But nonetheless, take Igor Sriantech as the lock to win the tournament. It's plus 120. She's going to defeat both of these ladies. Whoever would win. I do like Badosa Sakkari to go over though. If I had to pick a winner, I would probably lean towards Paula Badosa. However, again, that depends on how they come out. I do like the win Badosa had over Kunamatova. She's fit, she's active, strong serve. Everything Sakkari can throw at her, Kunamatova already did. And I do like the Sakkari win over Rybakina, because tall, strong, very powerful serve. Everything Rybakina can throw at Sakkari, it's comparable to what Badosa has. So the matchup can go either way. I do like the over as the best play, but take Igor to win the tournament. This is good energy, guys. Thank you for watching. Please comment, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let me know who you think is going to win. Tell me your thoughts. Thanks for listening up to this point. We have more fantasy matchups coming. I have the top 10 backhands, top 10 forehands, top 10 serves, players to watch out on the slam alert, potential players that can win a slam. That's right, potential futures for the French Open, Wimbledon, US Open. We have the Miami Open WTA 1000 level event next week. So I got a lot of tennis, a lot of predictions, a lot of matches to cover. Comment below, subscribe, likes, guys. We need the likes. We have to get the likes up. I'm giving you locks here. Igor Sriantech will win the Indian Wells BNP Paribas Open. Thank you, guys. This is good energy. Enjoy.